Alright, we're back. Had a visitor show up and wanted to go ahead and pop one of these off. So we're back for part 2. Got the rocker off. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. It's supposed to be a 1.6. And you can see 1.7. Didn't know the Dodge one said Dodge on them, or at least Crower. It does say Crower Enduro 2. Feels like a fairly heavy duty. I like it. So that'll be reusable. Very first one popped off though. I think you can see it on the camera. You see how it's got like a shape to it there instead of it being fully round? If it would focus. Ain't gonna focus. I have it out here. You can see it right about there. So right at this point, you can see that. So the push rod is supposed to turn the whole time that it's running, and it don't. Or this one didn't, evidently, not up top. So there is no writing on them. A 1.7 ratio or 1.6 ratio rocker should have different length push rod. Not totally sure whether the whether you're running the factory heads versus aluminum heads make a difference on your push rod length. Don't have much experience messing with that myself, but taking these apart, I do know to check your push rods. So in the light you can see it, at least here, but you can see right here on the tip, as I turn it back and forth, it's got like a high spot on it. So if I take and flip this over, this is what it should be like. You can see that it is not the same. So I have to go through and inspect these one by one, but so far it looks like, for one, they didn't use the right size push rods. And it looks like they used the factory ones. So we'll get these popped off here. Should have grabbed a bigger tray. Maybe we'll find a worse one. So far from what I'm seeing, they all look like they're all trash. So your factory push rods on these, they're all the same length. So you don't have to worry about mixing them up. Shouldn't have to be worried about mixing them up. These ones here, different story. You go with different ratio rockers. You may have to change some stuff like that also. I'm not going to worry about where these go in any certain order because the push rods are not right anyways. But it's a great way if you want to do bigger ratio rockers and you don't want to go through and tear your whole engine apart. Not totally apart, but close enough. Great way to get more lift out of your cam. They're probably cheaper than what a cam costs, so. And if you want to change your cam, you got to take the front of your engine off. You got to pop your intake, pull your valve covers off, pull your push rods out, pull your lifters out. Changing the oil in your engine. I don't want to touch on that. Taking 2 of these apart this year that were just full of gunk and sludge, obviously from lack of oil changes. Your lifters, wow, spin. Not on a roller cam, but on a flat tappet cam, your lifter spins. Your push rods are also supposed to spin. Once you go through and do not change your oil, the things get full of sludge. Things are dirty, they don't move like they're supposed to. So, I don't know if you can see this one any better than that first one. But you can see it's kind of shaped like a football. It is not spherical. You can probably see it on a couple of them. But they all look like they're bad. When they're bad like this, not only will your push rod suffer, but your rocker will suffer. So it can wear that same groove into your rocker. It's just not good. You want to take my word on it, you can. If not, do it. Find out the hard way. The other downside is with your push rods not being the right length, they do not sit center on the top of your valve. If they don't sit center on top of your valve, instead of it going straight up and down, it puts pressure on it in one direction and it will wear out your valve guides. I don't know how many miles this engine has on it since this was done. I'm going to have to pop every single one of these springs off and check the valve guides. You spend roughly $100, $150 on a new set of push rods. You save yourself money in the long run. Wipe those off. I'll get you down here so you can see the wear pattern is not red in the center on any of them. Push rods are not the right length. And then as you can see, that and not sure what's going on there, but probably need a new lifter or new valve. Flip your back around. Probably should have paid attention to the rockers when I pulled them off. Could have checked the roller on that rocker. Didn't. My bad on that part. Same thing on this side. Looks like we got one bad valve. Maybe a second. And none of them was riding in the center like they should have been. So, a bunch of tough luck on that part. These will probably be going to the machine shop. And not only just to get cleaned, probably check the valve guides. Probably gonna need some replaced, if not all. Looks like proper bolts were used here. So you're supposed to replace your intake bolts every time. They get 12 foot-pound of torque, I believe. Yeah, it says right on the intake. Max torque right up here, behind where the throttle body sits. Put those down. See if I can't get this bypass hose popped off. Not a whole lot of room to work with them here, but if you can get it popped off. There we go. One side off. There's the other side. Hose feels good. Didn't tear. Glad about that. Hose, the constant pressure clamp still good. Constant tension, I think it is. Let's see. Plenum gasket. Does not look like it was blown out. Now we see down in here. Let's see. I think I can just zoom in. Nope. It looks like these parts are out of his original engine. And the guy upgraded things. I'll flip you. So you can see the dirtiness of it, the carbon that's in there. And it's just on the spider hold down. Now that does look, there's some right there on the engine itself, on the block. So I would have figured, maybe I'm wrong on this, but this looks like it's probably the same one that the guy probably pulled out of his last engine before he replaced it. I'd say he never changed his oil like he should have. And that's probably why he changed his engine. You can see how dirty the bolt heads are, all the goo that's in there. He still didn't learn his lesson the first time, evidently. So. I think we're going to leave the distributor for now. Cam looks good. So far at least. The lifters are moving up and down freely, it looks like.
Okay, I'm going to evoke a sense memory from your childhood. The big box of Crayola crayons, right? The big rectangular box, you pop the lid open.
Your lifters also, if you're installing them.
With those crayons. Did you have a favorite color? Because Crayola has actually said that yes, there is a favorite color. They did a survey recently of people all over the world.
You can't get one to pop out.
Periwinkle, Sunglow, Beaver color? No, it is cerulean blue. The number one color everybody's favorite.
So in the factory iron heads, they've got a little bit of extra room up underneath here where these ones don't. But you'll have an oil squirter hole here on your lifter on one side, but not the other. If you're putting one of these in, make sure that points up towards the cam instead of down. It does look like aftermarket bolts. They are also ARP. Go ahead and pop those out. Figure out what size they are. They're not a 13 or half inch. 9/16. Alright. $14 will also work, but it's tight. So we'll go with the 9/16. Got my 9/16 depot broken. Probably shouldn't be using a chrome socket anyway.
Football seasons are here, and it's a busy time for families with all the activities. The busy schedules are fun, but at the end of the day, you need that special rest and relaxation time with a comfortable and cozy reclining sofa, love seat, sectional, or recliner. Mom's Bargain Barn Furniture will help
A
you
little bit of a creak on that one.
baby, comfort, and fast service. Get to
A
your
little bit on that one.
zone today with ourselves and service special teams and get that victory in the money zone today. Lowe's Bargain Barn Furniture. We're not like other stores.
I already tried turning the engine, and it's still turning tight.
This means Petplex is evaluated regularly on approximately 900 standards of care. They are not required to be accredited, but choose to be.
The tightness is not in the valve train.
Finest in the industry and are consistently at the forefront of veterinary medicine. The trained staff at Petplex will treat your pet like it's their own. They provide quality care and after-hour emergency service as well
Alright,
as
we got some water coming out. Did not pull the block drain.
Walnut Road in Buckeye Lake.
Grab a pan.
There is an urgent need for blood transfusion.
Still got the same pan I used when I was draining the antifreeze
Donate blood to the Red Cross. Blood
out of the radiator.
is part of our healthcare system. The need is constant. The gratification is instant. Please give
Let's see.
New Dell AIPC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor.
Go ahead and try to pull the block drain.
So you can fast forward through
It'll make less of a mess.
presentations, generating codes, debugging codes, summarizing emails, signing and responding to Joe's long emails, leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. Email messages. Get a new Dell AIPC at dell.com/AI-PC. Hello's ahead, stay ahead.
Kind of makes me have to pee. Alright. Should have done that sooner. Go ahead and leave that plug out for now. That should get everything inside the block below the heads. Now, extract all the bolts loose. The right side socket. ARP head bolts again. I do believe with going from stock steel head, iron head to aluminum head, I do believe you got to replace the head bolts because the bolt length is different. It does look like they use some type of assembly glue on the threads. So, pop these out. Washers have a bit of a taper on one side. So you want to make sure you put them on correctly. the inside here, the inner hole where the bolt goes through, has a bit of a bevel. You can probably see it. Or the totally flat side, other side is totally flat. Should be able to reuse all these. Those in the bolt tray. Then get this head off. There's one bolt back in there, start the threads. Double check. Everything is off. Alright, that's top loose. Yeah, no. Looks like some big valves. Doesn't look bad. Set that down off to the side. Got some carbon in there. The head gaskets don't look old. I see a number on it over here. I do not see a manufacturer name. It is not an MLS. Drop it on the floor a couple times. And that's the carbon buildup in here. Could have been causing it not to rotate. This other head loose. Alright, all the bolts loose. And pop drain out over here too. Another side door around the block. Alright. Bolts all out. And you stick one bolt back in it. That way when you pop it loose, it just don't go flying. There we go. And this in here, well, you can see it, there's a big old chunk of carbon there. Rather than that, it's looking fine. So we get a nice set of heads. Kind of run out of place to put things. Let's see, again, nothing on the gasket indicating what it's, who manufactured it, besides a possible part number. Not seeing anything. Go ahead and check out the cylinders. Cylinder looks fine. Besides the carbon, another thing people do is run the cheapest gas you can buy out there. You can see some of the dirt that I knocked in there, but you can see on that one there, and the carbon buildup right there at the bottom of the cylinder. Again, right there. So, must have had about that thickness of a quench. So, and if you want to see the cam, you're not going to be able to see every single one. Doesn't look bad. Gears, all that stuff back here. So, I guess the big question is, now does it turn over? It does turn over. Did you see all that come out? All the carbon. just been the carbon in the cylinders. Alright. When you're turning it, you check the cam. I do see a spot. I don't know if it renders the cam no good, but you can see on that lobe there. So, and then that second lobe, you can see it now. And it got some marks on it. And there. May have a mark there. Oh, oh. We got a bad cam. You can see that one quite clearly. Again, guys, change your oil. Obvious, whoever put this engine together did not know what they was doing due to the wrong push rod length. Hard to tell what else is going on there. Do want to see how far the pistons are down in the hole. I got a little bit of a lip there. We're down in there. Probably about 40 thou. Engine does turn over now. So we know we got a good block, a good set of pistons. Lifters. Stuff spins good. I think I'd probably throw that one away. Just because I got extras. You can see it's got a couple of shiny spots towards the outside there. And that's on the lobe that's the worst. So we know push rod length is wrong. Might not have been adjusted properly. And that's led to this engine's failure. Did it still run? Probably. Run 100%? No, not 100%. Next I have to get the cam out, check the bearings, see what kind of timing chain setup he had, see how much slack there is in that. Go from there, I guess. Can't grab a rag. And I do still see cross hatching in the cylinder. These are aftermarket pistons. I do see a part number. Got it possibly an H65 5CP. I do see a 50 mm on it, and it's got an arrow pointing toward the front. So we got that going for us. Aftermarket system. See the arrow on that. Yeah. Good block. Engine needs a cam. Good cleaning. Couple lifters. New set of push rods. I'll inspect them all, but from what I can tell, there might be only one or two good. A little bit of a shame. Could have been a real good engine, but it is not today. So that concludes this video. If you guys want to see more content like this, it'll probably get better. Sometimes the carnage is a lot worse. Sometimes it's not exciting at all. Sometimes you'll learn something. Previously stated in a different video, earlier video, this was an engine from Jegs Performance. We'll never know why they replaced the pistons, if they needed it, or a whole lot else about it. Definitely a Magnum block. It is not an early one. I don't see any holes drilled from factory or otherwise for oiling through the rockers. Since these engines are oiled through the push rods for the heads. From what I've heard, I haven't seen one yet. I'm hoping to find one soon. A 360 block 5.9 that has the drilling already done. If not, may have to do the drilling. I have a machine shop do it. Might do it myself. I don't know. I think they make a jig for it. That way I can build my own stroker engine. 408, 410, something along that line. For the Ram 50. That way I can go faster. So yellow block heads off of this. I'll take those apart. Maybe I'll make a video of it. Maybe I'll take one apart and decide that afterwards. Maybe just make a video after it's tore apart and show what I find. If I can do some porting, to them. Most likely there will be some porting done. From what I can tell, they look like they've got some small ports on the intake side where the intake go down into the head. So we'll check it out in another video. If you guys want to see that, stick around. You'll see that at some point. Hopefully in a week or two, maybe less. I've got some other things I've got to touch on, and we'll come back to it. If you guys stuck around this long, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.